Wait a little bit until all you guys get in here. Wait a little bit until all you guys get in here. Hello guys, I'm just gonna wait a little bit, let the live stream, everybody get a chance to get in. Just decided I'd rather do a live stream than put up a video at the moment. I'm going through right now, checking for updates on everything, and I will address those once, if there is any, I will address them once everybody's in here. This isn't going to be a long live stream. I'm just going to touch on a few things. I know with everything going on that everybody is concerned. Everybody is, you know, looking for answers. And I want to be here for you guys and be there for one another and make sure you guys know to have no fear. I'm going to check your comments in 1 second. I'm just looking for updates. Like I said, it was it's my mother's birthday today, so I went and visited with my mother and took her to breakfast. So I wanted to get on as soon as I could. Happy birthday, Mom. It's funny because my fiance's birthday was just on the 12th also. I don't know if you guys saw, but the video I made from Harvey ended up on Main Republic email. Okay, guys, so I just saw that. Okay. Not seeing a whole lot of updates. I'm gonna double check it. Let me take a look at your comments. Like I said, I was just waiting for everybody to get in here. There we go. Okay. Wow, that filled up quick. How you guys doing? Let me start at the top. Hello? Scott Hoffer. Yes, I have been getting your guys' emails. This morning, as I said, it's my mother's birthday today, so I went and obviously spent a little bit of time with my mother, and for some reason, while I was out, I was trying to go through my emails, and it was not letting me pull my new emails when I left the house. And I have, you know, Verizon for my cell phone provider, and I get, you know, data everywhere. So it makes no sense. Been having that happening a lot lately. God bless you too. So Houston, Texas. Hello, everybody. Okay, thanks for keeping us updated. Harvey. I personally have not heard back from Harvey. I don't know why, but I'm wondering if maybe being I put out those videos, it showed his email, and maybe he got flooded with emails and has not seen my emails. So Harvey, if you're watching this, get a hold of me. As we had discussed, I was hoping tonight we were going to do that that hangout or whatever together to go over some ideas for plans that we had discussed a couple days ago. He also might just be really busy with his website, so I don't think there's anything to worry about with Harvey, though. I think he's fine. Yeah, it is quiet out there, but I don't know if you guys saw. I know it got quiet. I think what happened was it got very quiet because of everything that broke yesterday. I think that everybody was trying to absorb that and digest that, myself included, and really kind of focus on how they want to go about moving forward with all this. And I actually had made a video while I was driving that I was going to put up on my way to go visit, you know, my mother. And I decided not to put it up. Instead, I wanted to get on and do a live stream with you guys because I feel it's more personal. And then, you know, instead of me just putting up another video and then it gets filled up with comments and all that, I wanted to be here for you guys because I feel that that's very important, that, you know, all of us coming together and being as one. Just wondering why the flag is upside down. I was hoping somebody would ask that question. See, an upside down American flag means that the country is in a state of peril. That's why I put my flag upside down and hung it there, because our country is in a state of peril. The truth is trying to be stomped out. It is trying to be swept under the rug. The Federal Reserve is trying to intimidate and use their fear tactics, their divide and conquer fear tactics to you know, wick out the flame of the truth movement that we have going, and it's not going to work. So that is why that flag is upside down. Yeah, I've seen Joanna, but I mean, I don't know Joanna personally. I'm not going to say anything about her. I know that she charges quite a bit for her services, and you know, if she's actually accessed her treasury account, then she should have all the money she needs. So why is she charging such steep fees for her brothers and sisters out here? That's all. I understand, you know, that things take a lot of time, because I did watch a video of hers where she was, you know, addressing that. But, you know, it's no more time than I've been giving, and I'm not sitting here, you know, demanding you guys pay me thousands of dollars. That's wrong. I don't think that's right. Instead of helping free everybody that needs help, and, you know, maybe having like a GoFundMe or a Patreon account, you know, and letting people do what they can, because there's a lot of people that can't afford to do something. They can't afford to pay that. So you're basically essentially leaving the ones that really need the help in the dust. I don't agree with that. Joanna, nothing against you. I don't know you. I just don't think that that's really right. I think that if you have this knowledge, that you should put it out there for free, and I think you probably would end up gaining more as a result of the kindness and generosity. You're finding out a lot of information that is being confirmed. Yeah, there is a lot of information. And here, before I get too much in the comments, I wanted to go over a few things. Bear with me for 1 second. My fiance is just getting back from getting her nails done, I think. So the dog's going to bark for a second. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, if she does go nuts, that's why. I want to go over a couple things with you guys. Now, I know you heard some disappointment in my voice yesterday. Yes, I was disappointed. I still am disappointed. But it's not. Hold on. Sorry. Jackie. Come here, Jackie. Come here. Lay down. Be a good girl. Come on. All right. Good girl. Yeah. Okay. So the disappointment that you heard was off of what had happened and the fact that there are innocent people who are behind bars for accessing. Again, I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay, guys, I apologize. That was actually my neighbor. My elderly neighbor, who is like family to me, was dropping something off for my daughter, as you can see here, because my daughter was trying to draw her grandmother a picture. She wanted some Winnie the Pooh pictures. So, okay, as I was trying to say, now, based off of all of this, it shows us some things, okay, here. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? I just muted it for a second. I didn't want you guys having to listen to the dog bark. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, moving on. The big point here is, now we find out a couple things from the charges on Heather and Randy. Okay. Heather and Randy, those charges were from Tennessee. Those are the charges that initially Heather was picked up on for a federal or a fugitive warrant. Now that was and this is what I'm gathering. I still have not read everything in there word for word, but this is what I'm gathering based off of that. Okay. Heather was picked up for a fugitive warrant based off the charges with Randy in Tennessee. Now, when they picked her up for that fugitive warrant, they held her at the DC, district court so that Tennessee could come and pick her up. That they could extradite her back to Tennessee, pretty much. Okay. Now, at some point, and this is what I want to make aware to you guys, this is what I'm gathering from this and what I want you guys to be prepared for, is there is probably going to be more charges. The sealed court case, I know a lot of people are going to IUV and they're looking at other people's comments and they're thinking that, you know, those comments are verified, confirmed information, but they're not. That's the reason why it was going around that Heather was released when in fact she wasn't released. So it still is a sealed case, okay? So there's more charges. I'm like 90% certain we're going to find out that there's more charges on Heather besides what we've already seen. The charges that are shown were only based off of Randy's case because that information was already out and available. They still haven't even done the identity hearing for Heather. That won't be done until Monday. So coming on probably Monday or the middle of the week, and there's different reasons why they would keep that sealed. There's either more defendants listed on that sealed indictment, or there is information or charges on there that they don't want getting out because they're still trying to investigate and build their case. So be prepared for more charges to be coming out in regards to Heather, and there very well may be more arrests coming out that we will find over the course of the next week or two. I don't think, you know, I could sit there and not explain all of that to you guys, and that's what was in the video I was going to put up first thing this morning as I was driving over there. But I thought it would be better to talk with you guys, and that way we can also answer some questions on it, and then you can see me face to face on here versus, you know, Screencast-O-Matic or just, you know, a quick little video off my phone. Now, with the paperwork that has come out with Randy, they've actually incriminated themselves. They've damned themselves in that in those charges, in those court papers. If you look at the papers, they say specifically that Randy and Heather had used the Federal Reserve Bank routing number and the Social Security number to basically pull $500,000 to their account and then buy that RV. So if these accounts are not real, along with all of the other paperwork that, you know, we've put up as evidence showing that yes, money has been transported, then how is it they were able to process that FedWire amount, which the Board of Governors, as we saw from the other video I did, has to approve? I almost feel like it was done intentionally as entrapment. It's a little bit strange that that went, you know, was able to go through for a large sum of money like that, being them, almost as if it was, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but you guys kind of probably get where I'm going with that. I'm going to wait until there's more information before I jump to conclusions, but it without a shadow of a doubt proves the existence of these accounts even more so, being the FedWire was allowed to go through. They were able to pull $500,000 from the Federal Reserve Bank using their Social Security number to their own private bank, and then transferred between those third-party money processing services. So essentially, the Federal Reserve allowed this to go through, maybe to entrap them. I don't know. But if those accounts did not exist, then no money would have ever gone through, especially using a FedWire transfer. So, trumped up charges. Yeah, that's it. It's either that or there's more to it. I don't know. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. Heather is in fact in jail. We all need to, you know, whether or not we all agree or I agree, or you agree with OPPT and what they believe or what they're trying, you know, what their ultimate agenda is, there are still two human beings as of right now sitting in a cage, locked up as animals, and we all need to support them for at least, you know, them being freed, being they did stand up to the elitists, the shadow government, and did the exact same thing that, you know, a lot of other people are doing right now. They just happen to do it in a much larger amount of money, and drew a lot more attention than some of us have. But if that's the ultimate goal, then there very well may be, you know, more of us who are making too much noise that are either going to get approached or, you know, hurt. Now, with that, I had said yesterday, and I kind of still want to stick to that, we're a family. We have to look out for one another. So in that regard, I'm, you know, if for me personally to sit there and say, oh, you know, F this or F that, just keep charging, you know, increase your money. For me to do that, and then, you know, one of you or some of you to end up getting arrested and thrown in prison, my conscience, because I have one, would not allow me to live with myself if I had not done what I have done, which is give you guys you know, a word of caution and warning, and saying maybe it would be smarter for us at this moment to focus more on the mission, on the political side of this, raising awareness and making as much noise as we can at the same time, while staying in a more protected zone, so that we don't give them openings. The more noise we make, the more we wake up. That is the most important possible thing we can do. Now, as I also said yesterday, I'm not going to stop using the account. I'm just not going to go trying to make, you know, giant purchases with it, because that would be really obviously unwise, because the larger the purchase with that account, based off of what's going on, that's going to bring more attention. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I personally want to continue hammering the mainstream media. I want to personally start hammering some of these giant YouTube supposed alternative media truth sites that haven't even said a thing about this, positive or negative. I think that the proof is in the pudding there, and people are kind of exposing themselves for their silence, for not saying anything either way, when we have there's definitely been people who have gone to them and said, hey, look what's going on right now, and then their silence, you know, makes them complicit in with the Federal Reserve and their scare tactics. So my goal right now is to organize protests. I think I want to start doing protests effective maybe next weekend. I'm thinking the weekend would be the easiest time for most of us, being we all work. Go to a large public place. Maybe we can, I'm going to try to start some kind of a blog or a forum where we can then figure out where people live, not like exactly where they live, but in the general vicinity, so we can pick the most convenient spot for us to then have a few different protests in a few different areas. And then we can also hammer the mainstream media while we're doing that, and say, hey, there's protests going on. Why aren't you covering that? You know what I mean? And documenting it all. That way it goes out there. And yet again, it's making them look worse and worse, because they're trying to sweep it under the rug. So as far as right now, there's not a whole lot of updates that have come out. And again, we need to make sure that we're keeping the people that are locked up in our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers, regardless of whether we agree with their beliefs or anything. That's very important, because we are all, you know, we are all brothers and sisters, and we're all humans, and that's the ultimate thing there. I actually got a lot of flack for the fact that I didn't take word as proof, and I didn't just sit there and say, well, they say that she's here, or they say that this is this, and I got a lot of flack as a result of that. But I am a truther, and I work in facts. Truth and facts. I have to, for me to believe something, I have to first make sure that I know for a fact and find it out for myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how everybody should be. That's how you don't get deceived, and that's how you don't get, you know, led astray, is you verify your facts for yourself and make sure that you're making the right decision and making the right move, and not being trapped. So, you know, I'm not going to apologize for that, because even with me going and making sure that I was finding out those facts, I still supported, you know, her release from the beginning. I was one of the first ones to put out a video saying what, you know, that she was arrested and trying to get it out there. So, in that regard, I'm not going to apologize for that, because I didn't sit there and defame her or anything like that. I was supportive. I just needed to make sure and verify for myself and for you guys. That's just the kind of person I am. I don't believe something until I know it's for certain that it's what it is. I'm going to take some of your comments here now. Let's take a look. If you had already put up stuff and it's way back there and it's something that you really need me to answer, put it back up, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I gotta link it to other pages. On VidMe, I was trying to get VidMe all squared away and get a completely verified account, and I need to have a minimum of 50 subscribers on that VidMe in order to do so, which that VidMe I literally just created, so it doesn't have any of that yet. As soon as I do have that, then I can start moving stuff there also. I apologize, I'm late news on Harvey. As far as I know, Harvey's okay. As far as I know, everybody's okay. I think everybody just kind of chilled out. Like last night, I spent a little bit of time with my missus after I made that last video. I've been putting a lot of time and effort into trying to keep this truth and news coming out, and it's important to me to do so. But I also I needed a little bit of rest last night, and I needed to really share a little bit of myself with my missus and my children, and give them some attention as well. Believe in government conspiracy, unfortunately. How do we get zero balances on our debts? Working on it. Thumbs up all the way, Stacy. Sick of the evil debt slave system. I think we all are.
Why do you have upside down flag?
For being in peril.
What?
1 second, baby. Hold on 1 second, okay, guys? My fiance just got home. I'm gonna read your comments. Just give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know they already know where we live. I'm not worried about that. To be honest with you, I already am pretty sure that they've been kind of checking up on me because my fiance went out when she went to the gym at 4:30 in the morning a couple days ago, saw a dark big SUV across the street in the shadows, and when she went out the driveway, it drove away. There's not gonna be any time soon. We don't know that for certain, truthfully. I mean, what really needs to be hammered home, like I said, that's why I'm saying instead of putting ourselves in more easily accessible for them to mess with us, we're better off using our brains and now fighting back in the brains area and making noise. That's the best way we can really do some damage and finally show the Rothschilds that we're done with their corrupt system. I'm not going to try anything right now, but I'll research. That's it. That's exactly it. And that I'm going to keep putting my efforts into. I got to finish those videos of the 5 families that rule the world and that are all affiliated with the Federal Reserve System. I still have to continue with the history of the gold being stolen. There's a lot more information too it's essential to have the knowledge, because once you have the knowledge, that's going to arm you on how to combat them, and that's going to give you the tools that you need to not play into their system. You don't work at the Federal Reserve Bank anymore, but you used to. I even worked at the Bank of England too, but the money is much better working for a car company. Contact the alternative news websites such as Blacklisted News and others. Those who are truly truth seekers will take this. Yep, and that's what I mean by hammering the media and the alternative media, not just hammering the mainstream, but the alternative media, because these guys, there's no way these guys haven't heard about it. This has gone viral, but when we start asking them questions like, why is it that you haven't even so much as mentioned this? Asking them questions like that. Don't attack them. Don't call them a shill or anything like that. Just say to them, like, I'm really concerned as to why, you haven't covered this when you cover so many other topics. I feel this is very important, and then, give them links to videos and information, and then ask them why. Everybody that can do that, that's only going to help. We somehow need to commence a public disturbance with thousands of people in order for them to be forced into submission. Yes, that's why like I said, I'm trying to organize. I've got, a lot of you have been offering help, and I'm going to be utilizing that. I've already started to. It's very important that we get organized, we work together, and yeah, I'm definitely going to need help also with just even simply keeping up with the YouTube and everything else. That way we can accommodate and get the answers out to the people that are lost and trying to wake up and really understand what's going on. What kind of help do you need? But I'm offering to talk to Mike and explain this to him. He doesn't answer. Greg, I've gotten emails. I've been responding to the emails, but you also have to at the same time remember, I'm getting a lot of emails to the point that my box gets flooded, and then I get a lot of people who will send me several, like I've had a few that there's like 9 or 10 emails back to back to back, and that's just making it that much harder. If you can just, I'm not like upset or anything. I understand we keep finding stuff. Just try to limit the emails and try to put everything in one email. It'll just make it easier for me to sort through my mailbox. I mean, if you have other stuff that you find, obviously you have other stuff that you find, but what I would maybe suggest, unless it's like something groundbreaking that is a huge breaking aspect, then try to wait, figure out all the information that you want to send me, and then try to send it in one email or 2 emails. I know it's not intentional. We're all, excited and trying to search. So It just would make it a little bit simpler for me. Greg, I'll try to, email me again. Maybe I somehow missed it, but I've been responding back to people. Manifest your destiny, people. Please help me understand. Need help. What is it you need help with? Go to DC. I'm in Western AZ. Bring a wagon train of people. That's awesome. We're under the laws, doctrines of conquest. Anyone else got buffering video? You might have a little bit more buffering. I actually tried to do it this video with higher quality so that it wouldn't be so delayed. I was hoping. I can go back to the other quality if it's easier for you guys. If it's buffering too much, then I'll try to go back to the other one. Any new routing numbers? There are people putting out new routing numbers. Now, I haven't even gone to check them yet. I will, but as I've already said, the universals and that kind of stuff, I don't really know that that's really the way you want to go, because the original way was the intended method, and a lot of these other universal routing numbers that are being put out, it seems as though people are just kind of pulling out a routing number and putting it out there. I will try to check into them, and if I find that they're credible, then I'll put them up. But if I don't know for certain, then I'm not going to direct any of you guys to do something that, I mean, I've been trying to say that over and over. If the information is out there, ultimately it's your decision if you want to use something, or you hear of something. If you hear of a routing number or changes and you're unsure of them and you want, my honest opinion, I'll give you my honest opinion. But I personally think that at the moment, I'm gonna take the stance of we need to focus more on getting this out there, because the more people we have on board and awoken and that know what's going on, the stronger that we will be. I know a lot of people are hurting and they really need the money, and I know that. The best way to get the money is to remember that it's not simply about the money, it's the principle and what's happened, and trying to push for change and awareness will end up getting the money in the end. Sometimes it's like the greatest rewarding things come from the hardest work. So you have to work really hard to gain the biggest reward. So you may have to go a little bit without by not using the accounts really as much now, but by going, by fighting hard and awakening people and doing the legwork and the groundwork and doing all the research that you can, educating yourself, giving yourself that toolbox to protect and combat with, you're going to end up gaining that greater reward in the end. Thank you. Direct new registration forms. I've been very open that I do not. I personally am not going to tell anybody to go to Treasury Direct registration stuff, because it's not even related. Let's see. Are there any new routing numbers? Bergen, you'll go. Other day, levitate information. I read an article stating we could be using new currency by mid-August. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. No, it's not. It's new registration forms first click. O2 Proprio. You can TDC, if you want to send me that to my email, I'll take a look. But anything that's a government form, I personally would recommend against signing. The art of hacking sites. Make sure you get somebody who knows what they're doing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's definitely an assault on us. So, be vigilant and be aware. It seems like there's a lot of emails going out to you guys and to myself, and that seem very, very sketchy, I would say. Asking for certain information, trying to get you to give out personal information and to send them stuff, or money. I mean, here's the thing, they kind of try to hide it and make it look like it's, you know, a Nigerian scam or an Indian scam, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's really coming from the feds. You know, and I'm going to tell you also, any of you guys that are emailing me asking me how to, you know, step by step do the system, I'm not doing that anymore. There's so much information out there, and it's not that I'm just. I also have to try to protect this channel and this movement so that we can get the truth out. There is so much information out there, and that's the other side of it. Is every time I have to stop and try to walk somebody step by step through how to use the accounts, when there is literally video after video up on YouTube everywhere. I can't, because I'm literally getting flooded with questions and stuff, and I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. But if you don't understand how to use the account step by step, I had a video that's no longer out there. I was going to upload that to another channel. That's why I was working on the VidMe, and I was working on the what's the other one? The Steam It. So I was working on getting those up and running so that I could upload those videos on there. But there's literally, you know, there's tons and tons and tons of videos out there. I'm going to try to go through and like them and share them. That way you guys can see them. But it's very simple. If you type in the search bar, you know, how to use, you know, the TDA account or something along those lines, you're going to find a whole bunch of videos on them. Because I'm going to tell you, like I said, my missus saw that SUV across the street, and I've been getting a lot of emails asking for very weird information. And you have to remember, I'm also still a person here, and not a person but a human. And I got to also protect myself too. I'm protecting me and all of you, and that's what we have to do, is try to protect one another. And until I know what's really going on with all of this, I'm not going to sit there and tell people how to do the accounts, because right now, like I said, we got to kind of chill with that and focus more on the actual movement and the message. Any Patriots here? That's right. There are. All you guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you. You guys are fantastic. They're very powerful. They don't. Scotty-O, there is for on the English side. For some reason, there's not over here. I don't know why there isn't. Not that I found anyway. We are all used as collateral, and that's the change that we need to make. That's the message. That's the movement. Is no more slaves. No more being traded for, you know, money, because they took all the gold, and now they want to. They've been putting a price on our souls and on our lives, and that's just, it's wrong on so many levels, and that's what needs to change. We need to change that for the next generations to come. You know, it's like the founding fathers. They saw evil and they saw negative, and they fought it. Saw what England was doing, and they said, no, enough's enough. David Seaman will put this wide open. I mean, message him, see if he will. I mean, I like I said, I haven't seen any other YouTubers really putting it out there. Exactly. That's exactly it. You gotta gather all the info, do your homework. You know, that way you know what you're doing. Society has been brainwashed using symbolism and legalese, a language that we think we understand, but we do not. Wake up and go research this stuff. Turn off the TV. It's a brainwashing machine. That's it. Exactly it. That's a great statement. Hard to keep up with the chat. I'm not going to post my private information online, but if you start by looking for me at Quadaloos, you can contact me with information there. Yeah, and you know, you guys are really sending a lot of great information. I've been any of like the attachments you've been sending me, I've been saving them and trying to go through them and take a look, and there's some really good information you've been sending. No, Harvey's YouTube is completely shut down. Yeah, it's completely done. His website is supposed to be up today. I went to take a look to see if it's already up, and it wasn't yet, but I think it will be by the end of the day. I'm hoping. Get your email. My email is, hold on. And you guys should be able to share links on here now. I took that off. If you still aren't, let me know. Because if it still is doing that, then there's a problem. Then they're trying to silence us. I know a lot of people have been telling me that my videos aren't coming up, that you know, they got the notification bell turned on and they're not coming up. And I mean, they're trying. Need to get a mole in the Federal Reserve Bank that we can start thinking like the enemy. We can already start thinking like the enemy. We got to think like a bank. We are a bank. They're called con artists, not government. Harvey Dent is being so quiet because they took down his YouTube completely, and he is trying to get that website that he's got up and running. If you haven't already seen the video that Harvey asked me to put up for you guys, it's in my videos. It's titled Message from Harvey Dent to All of Us. A lot of these people are agents emailing you. Yeah, I know. I've been able to kind of get that vibe. And guys, I'm not like, it's not that I'm just you know, I'm not being a jerk saying, you know, I'm not holding your hand, or I mean, I'm not trying to be negative to you guys by saying, you know, I'm no longer going to be having people emailing me asking for it. The stuff is readily available, and literally I don't think you understand how many comments, emails, and such I'm getting, and I'm trying to get back to all of you. So please try to keep your patience with me. Understand that I'm just one guy trying to keep up with many, and I go through every single one of your guys' stuff. It's important to me to be able to go through what you guys have to say, because this channel is all of us. It's ours. It's not mine, and it's very important to me to get your guys' views as well. Just remember, though, it's a lot of time, and there's a lot of stuff for me to go through. And I do need at least a couple hours of sleep every night. So if you're, you know, emailing me or commenting at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then, you know, you're getting upset by 6 o'clock that I haven't responded, I do require at least a couple hours of sleep. Take a look. I appreciate that, Black. But you guys are all my family too. That's why everybody here we're all family. And yeah, I do got to share my time with my children and my missus, but they've been really good. They understand this is something important to my whole household here. So if we try to pay a few bills, got rejected, you think we need to work? No, guys, I really don't think that you have to worry about legal issues, period, to begin with. You know, they were. Here's the thing, Heather and Randy, and they're part of OPPT, okay? And if you guys don't know about OPPT, just go on Rational Wiki and type in OPPT or Google it, they've had targets on their backs for a long time, because they did do some good things. They stood up and fought against some unjust things. And, like I've said before, I do not discredit some of the good things that they do, but at the same time, I'm a man of facts and a truther. And when I see things that, to me can be, alarming or raise questions, then I'm not going to 100%, stick my neck on the chopping block and say, oh, follow these guys, word for word. No, I don't even want you to follow me word for word. I say verify all facts. It's so critical and crucial so that you're not led astray and that you're not trapped, because for anybody that thinks that they really don't have real life trolls and shills and they don't trap people and have what is it called? I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. They don't have controlled opposition. I don't know if any of you guys don't know what controlled opposition is, but controlled opposition is very, very important to understand. And if you don't, type in controlled opposition in YouTube, after the stream, and watch some videos on it, and COINTELPRO, because it is 100% real. There is declassified documents that show all of that, and they do, if there's something that's getting attention that they're not happy about, they will attack those people and try to discredit them and try to entrap them. So that's why it's important for us all to look at things very carefully and verify facts, whether it be me or it be OPPT, or it be Harvey, or it be Crypto News, or it be Gary, or whoever, just for your guys' own safety and protection. I am the kind of person that I wear my heart on my sleeve. I care very much about people, and I have always been the kind of person that does not just take someone's word as gospel. I go and follow up and make sure that everything that's being said is factual and has proof to back it up. Let's see. What about Harvey? I think Harvey's okay though, truthfully. If I have a valid routing number. Yeah, again with the routing numbers, I might do it like what I'll do for you guys today is I'll go double check all the new information as far as routing numbers, and if I find any credibility, I'll do another video where I tell you how I'm going on a new vacation trip. Okay, I'll do something like that, but I'm not going to be handing people or emailing people routing numbers, because truthfully, as I've made very clear, I think that people should try to, if they can, slow down with the accounts and focus on the mission. The mission is bringing awareness, waking the masses, and getting it out to the public so that we can actually make a change. And we're not going to make a change if people are buying very expensive things or spending lots of money and going down, getting arrested one by one by one. I mean, there's no way they can arrest all of us, but they will start arresting people one by one if we're giving them openings. So that's why I'm saying we got to use our brains and think ahead of them and be smarter than them and think like the bankers, because we are bankers. Just like they use all those COINTELPRO and controlled opposition, we need to do the same thing to them and discredit them, because they're the ones that are worth being discredited. They are the ones lying, and the way to discredit them is to push the truth, and that's what we're doing. That's what's important here, the truth. Why would you have to worry about it? And the account is in your name, no legal action. Because it doesn't matter, as they've shown, the account was in Heather and Mr. Bean's name and social security number. They're trying to intimidate us and scare us by putting, bogus stuff on. I mean, we all know with the NDAA that they can detain us at any given time and hold us indefinitely. And if they want to, which we all know that they've been putting out in the media for a long time, calling truthers and patriots homegrown terrorists, when in fact we're not. They are the terrorists. They are the ones that divide and conquer, and they use they use fear to control and manipulate the masses as a form of brainwash and to give up your liberties. So that's what I'm trying to say, is if we go about this in more of a peaceful, smarter way and try that and see if that works. It's all about seeing which way works the best in a way where we can also protect one another. And that's what I personally believe. It's not about that nobody should have charges for using their social security number and their routing number for their account. But of course they're going to say that they should. I mean, and the other aspect of it, had Heather and Mr. Bean not used that third-party way to transfer funds between each other, there never would have been that money laundering charge in there. They kind of were able to put that money laundering charge because they were using, they were sending each other funds that way, and it left a paper trail. Last year I caught pictures of new currency coming out. The Fed is changing as we talk. Yeah, it's not. Here's the thing, though. If you know how much money is out there, and you know who has the gold, I mean, I don't see how they would be able to turn around and push out a gold-backed currency because of how far inflated the cost of everything is. It's virtually impossible at this point unless they completely and totally have an economic crash first, reset, and then push it out. But at that point, it's not going to be as simple as, yeah, guys, throw those old Federal Reserve notes away, and here's your new gold-backed currency. No, because if you know who has the gold, then it's the Rothschilds, it's the Morgans, it's the Rockefellers, and then a lot of the gold is in other countries outside of the U.S. We don't really, most of that gold that was stolen from us by these criminals. So do you think that they're just going to hand us back our gold and say, oh, here you go, no big deal, no harm, no foul? No, they're not. That's why I say that all that stuff is hearsay unless it's proven. Just like, the Dinar Chronicles and Operation Disclosure. I mean, a lot of times, just like this is my personal opinion, and this is what, I want to make that clear to you guys when I'm talking in terms like this. Now, when I say something is a fact, it's a fact because I will show you the proof that that is a fact. But when you go and you look at things like what what some of these places put out, you have to also keep in mind, you have to be able to tell the difference between fact and opinion. Somebody's opinion is totally different than a fact. And just because somebody has an opinion that something's going to happen, but they have no real proof to back that up, then I'm the kind of person, I'll believe it when I see it. So that just got to keep that stuff in mind. Remember that. I would love for us to have, a gold-backed currency and all that, but the thing to be aware of is you need to first make sure that you're prepared and that you have enough food, enough water, enough supplies to get you through a reset, because it's not going to be, one day you have this bill, the next day you have something new. It's going to be an actual crash, and then they will usher it out. And I don't know. I mean, they've been wanting to push the RFID chip for a while, so that very well may be when that's going to come out. Who knows? Again, that's an opinion. That's not a fact. I'm not deleting any comments. I haven't deleted any comments. It is on slow mode though, because otherwise it gets too crazy, and then I can't keep up with them. So that might be why. If you were commenting like a whole bunch of comments back to back to back, that would be why. What kind of specific help do you really need? Lots of stuff. The biggest help would be for, like I said, and you guys are doing a great job. You were doing it already, and you're doing even better now. After I asked, but you see people that are struggling, they need a little bit of help. Don't be afraid to help them out and explain stuff. I just really can't stop. Because if I stopped every time somebody asked me to step-by-step walk them through how to do that, and honestly, if somebody does not understand how to do it step-by-step, then they really need to watch some of the other videos before committing themselves into doing this. They need to understand exactly what they're getting into, and that's, they need to realize what the real mission, what the real movement is and should be, which is exposing this corrupt, illegal system for what it is. Yeah, I would stay totally away from making fake credit cards and making fake checks. Doing that, you will end up being the next ones that are that we're trying to get released. Don't do that, please. They said after signing the medical bill tonight, they were supposed to release the TDA account. Okay, who said that though? Who said that? Yeah, I know Harvey said it was still down. But it changed. Last night it was doing something different. Today it's doing something different. Guys, no fear. There's no reason to have fear. There's absolutely no reason to have fear, okay? Stand together. We're strongest together. Don't anybody's out there fear-mongering and saying, Chicken Little, the sky's falling down. When I'm talking about a complete market crash to change value, I'm not saying to be fearful. I'm saying just make sure you have whatever you need to get by a couple days if it comes down to it. And don't be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. We're all going to be okay. We're all stronger together. No fear whatsoever. No fear mongering. None of that. We will make it as long as we stand together and we keep pushing forward. We're all tired of being. The link to Harvey's website. Go watch the video. I put up Harvey's message to all of us. It's in the description box there. You're all very powerful beings. All you have to do is send positive intentions and keep love in your heart. Fear or hatred only perpetuate the matrix we're in now. That's exactly it. Don't be scared. Change.org. Nice. Don't see any links. Hey, Christopher, to those files. Yeah, if you guys sent me stuff, like I said, and I didn't see it, try resending it. Maybe it went in my spam folder. I have not checked the spam folder, so that's also, if I have not completely not responded to you, even people who sent me a whole bunch of information, I at least let them know, hey, I got your information and I'm looking over it. I'll get back to you once I've completely had the time to look through it. So if I have not got back to you, it's not that I did not care about your information or that I just ignored you. It may be that it ended up in the spam folder, which I have not gone through at this point. So if I haven't got back to you, please send me one email with all the stuff that you had, and then I'll try to I'll take a look at it and I'll check my spam folder. Speak with her? No. I was actually already thinking about that, though. I might try to call and see what I can find out, because there is a way that you can add funds to a phone card, and then she can call you. But here's the thing: is I don't know if I go and I do that if she'll actually call for me to be able to record the call and put it out there. I'll see who I can talk to. Like I said, they were kind of mad at me for having the stance that I had, but as I let them know, I reminded them, I still was like the first one to put a video out that yes, she was arrested, and trying to give them that exposure. But at the same time, I personally needed to verify all the facts because I don't take word for as gold. You know, I make sure to verify the facts. I look at it from that point of view for protection of myself and others. Anonymous Million Mass March. Yeah. Right. The gold thing. The gold thing is kind of like as far as I'm concerned, the gold thing is kind of like a pipe dream. That, you know, because there's a lot of people putting out a lot of stuff that really doesn't have any credibility. I don't see how, unless they there was some kind of a legal action where they took back the gold that the Rothschilds and the rest of the elitists stole from us. There's no way that they would have enough gold to go to a gold-backed currency, because the thing with the gold-backed currency is then the notes that are that we then trade on, okay, those notes say on them, say it's a $5 bill or a $10 bill or a $20 bill, it'll say directly on there that this note may be exchanged on demand for you know, gold backing. If say it's like a $20 bill, or if it's a $1 bill, this note may be exchanged for equal value on demand of silver backing. Now, if they don't have the gold to back it, because that's the thing with a gold-backed currency, and this is why they went to a fiat currency, because they stole all the gold, then they could create that hyperinflation. That way the elitists became richer and richer and richer. Everything for us is costing more and more and more, and then that's why you saw the wealth gap, okay? You saw the wealth where it was a little bit more spread out before, and it's basically from 1917, 1933, it's, you can see on graphs, if you, I'll try to do a video to show you guys, you can see on graphs how the wealth of this country goes, you know, where it was more spread out, and then it gets to basically 0.5% of people have like 90% of the world's wealth. So but with a gold-backed currency, you have to have enough gold for every single dollar that's out there. And I don't see how they're going to do that when they stole all the gold. All right. Yeah, I'm actually, I did this more or less. This was just a quick live stream. I was trying to be able to get out here, and I wanted you guys to be able to see my face and, you know, be able to see you guys face to face. That way I could be here for you and, you know, show you, no, I'm not, you know, down in the dumps. I'm not giving up. I am pushing forward with the real mission here, with the real movement, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm not throwing my hat down and you know, giving up, throwing my hands in the air. That's just not me. I'm gonna follow this and continue pushing forward, trying to do this in a way that will protect you know, those of us in the family, and protect, you know, it's not just about protecting myself. I want to protect you guys too. And that's why I'm trying to really level with you guys and think on a rational level, versus just, you know, saying, you know, screw it, or, you know, hit it. You know, if I was doing that, you know, I don't want to be one of those people just looking to get views and trying to push people to do something when maybe it's a wiser decision to tread lightly, make lots of noise, and tread lightly in a way where then they can't harm us. That's what it is. I love you guys, you know. So I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna try to get some more information up, do some updates. I am working on some more stuff. I actually still have more recordings from my calls to in my search for Heather. I'm going to try to compile those and then kind of compile all of the other calls and information that I got on Heather into maybe like a big video. I have made different playlists for you guys. I know you guys were asking for that. I have playlists for what do you call it? I've got playlists for like the history and the facts aspect. I've got a playlist for the Cindy stuff and what's going on with Heather. I've got a playlist for the accounts and all of the proof and all of the information that we've accrued so far. So I'm going to continue, you know, moving videos to the proper places in those playlists. Those playlists are a great way to share the information. You can then share those playlists when you're sharing them out, and instead of it just being one video, people will have an opportunity to see all the different videos and be able to make their own decisions for themselves. Let's see. Let's see if there's any more like burning questions that I needed. UCC. I'm waiting on putting all that. What is the video you talked about several minutes ago? Harvest? No, it wasn't Harvest. It was Harvey. I put out a video, Harvey's message to us all. Those of you that were, you know, trying to find out Harvey's website, it's in that video. He actually emailed me asking me to put up like a promo video that he had made for his channel or his webpage. So if you guys hadn't seen it, you can go take a look at that. There's a lot of good information. If you just go through the playlists, those of you who are new to this, perhaps even start out on the playlist going over like the history of the gold being stolen and the fiat-backed currency becoming what it is and no longer backed by gold or backed by anything of substance. That, and then from there go to the accounts and look at the you know, the proof and all of that. I am gonna have a video call for you guys for later. I'm gonna, when I get off here, I'm gonna schedule it, and I will put out a video with the pertinent like information to get on it. That way whoever wants to get on that video call can. It'll also give you guys a little bit more of a way of getting your voices heard. I said I was working on doing that, and that's something that's very important, I feel, for you guys as a community to be able to get your voices heard. What else was there? Again, if I did not get back to your email, send me one email. Try to compile whatever you sent me. Send me one email. Maybe it went to my spam folder. I will try to check my spam folder, but I have a feeling I'm going to see a lot of stuff in there. And today I'm gonna try. I'm probably not gonna be, unless you put urgent, you know, breaking information on it. So that's the only way. And if you do that, only have it be urgent breaking information. Today is not gonna be an email day. I'm gonna focus more on finishing some of the important information to educate you guys. And like I said, getting that video call scheduled for this evening, so whoever wants to be on it can be on it. If you guys know of anybody else who's, you know, been putting out a lot of information on this, and you know, you think it would be good for them to get on the call, you're welcome to let me know, and you know, I can try to somehow get in touch with them. If you give me their contact information, I'll offer for them to be on the video call this evening. And I am also going to finish reading the exact charges verbatim and figure I'll make a video and go over where it's good for us as far as where they're proving that the accounts are real, and then what all of it means, I guess you would say. So I'm gonna hop off this live stream. Like I said, I just did this more or less. I wanted to be able to reach out and be there for all of our family and community as a whole. you know, unity right now is the most important thing. Stay strong. Be positive. Anybody that's fear mongering, let me know, or anybody's trying to scam you guys or charge you guys, let me know. We are on a positive path. There is no negativity needing to be brought, you know, into this mix. We are going to succeed. We know that. We have God on our side, and we have the right. We are in the right here, you know. So, all right, guys. I love you all, and God bless you all. And if you haven't already subscribed, I suggest doing it, as there's going to be a lot of information and plans coming out. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a like. The more likes that gets, the more the video will be shared around. It'll become more prevalent in the searches. And once this video is shut down, it'll give the comment section. So leave me your thoughts, ideas, whatever feedback you have. And yeah, positive. Love you guys.